knuckle, there's a bone in between. We're just going to come down there and into what will be a big crease just here. And that comes down to somewhere about here. And then moves into the, goes into the wrist. So you've got a muscle here and a muscle here. So we'll get that little bit out in the middle here. So we're going to come around like this, follow this, around like this. That'll do for now. All this will get cleaned up when we put the fingers in. So we should have it's coming down, a lump over here, we've got a lump over there. They're joining together, and these fingers here are turning inwards like this. Before we put any fingers in here, we want to make sure that we've got the shape of the fist pretty right. So we're looking at the overall shape as if they weren't there. And then we have 4 knuckles here at the top of the fist here, and then the crease in between. And notice that if you look at your hand, the crease doesn't actually start right up to the knuckle. There's a knuckle, then the crease starts a bit below. So keep looking at hands. Then you need to follow the lines of where the bones would go around the second joint and around this third joint like this. So the top finger, your index finger, that's quite well tucked in, and this finger, this little finger, is going to be not like that at all, but will be tucked back. But this gives us something to start with. So to begin with, what I'm going to do is from somewhere about here, so below where the knuckles start, I'm going to put the V tool in like this, along that line. Follow the line over. Turn around this way, you can and following it down here. I'm going to use this deep gouge, this is a number 10 gouge, in between these knuckles here. So take a big bite out of there. And then I'm going to just start modelling, shaping these various parts. So round this over. We don't have to go to a finish yet, but I'm going to get rid of these hard corners. So I'm using the tool upside down. Remember the relative size of these fingers, that the little finger has to be little. And we're going to start bringing this around into this hole eventually. More times so I can go work downhill. Sort of taking shape here very nicely. Once you put the fingers in, suddenly you've got a hand. At some point you can decide how textured you're going to leave it. You can leave this very plain-like, very blocky. You can even leave it a bit rough. You know, that's a sort of sculptural type hand. Or you can work it a little bit further. I'm going to work it a little bit further, clean this up a bit. But I'm still going to try and maintain these strong changes of plane, because that, in the end of the day, is carving as opposed to modelling. So get your fingers sorted out like this, and we have this sense of a hand, and then the next stage is to start really cleaning this up and doing more refining and modelling of this surface.